Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to what is today going to be all those merge shops. Part 6. If you're new around here, please do hit that subscribe button and make sure to leave this video with a like. Anyway, we're beginning at Wardez with what is actually quite an old school merge shop. You may have noticed by the buttons to even get into it. I actually quite like the old look. I think it's purely just nostalgic, but you have got a couple free player bits and a couple member items as well. If we go along to join djinngate, this is one of those maps that I swear was a treasure hunt. It could have been one that's incredibly similar to this map, but if it is, good luck on the treasure hunt. I've got a guide up, but you have got this shop that you can access here. So as you can see, it is a merge, totally free player, no AC tags here sadly, so if you did want any of this stuff, you will want to be thinking about storage. And apparently there's a helm shop, but I'll let you investigate that bit, because for me, it just popped up the customization box, and maybe that's the shop itself, and I just needed to flick through a different hairstyle. Anyway, next up, as you can see, we are at stonewood. I'm sure many of you will have done this bit here with Forged already. However, if you have yet to go grinding for it, that's at least something you might be able to getting on with in the meantime. We also have this Skullbreaker night merge shop. There's also one here with the NPC, which are actually for, but as always, I get sidetracked, and I think whenever I see stuff at a map, I might as well show you all the shops that are here so you can see what you're getting yourself in for. Then you can speak to Stellaria for yet another mix-up of items. As you can see, we sort of have a laser blade, so if you're in a Star Warsy mood, that could be one for you. A lot of AC tag gear in here, and of course some free player stuff to throw in. I feel like these are the shops with the most items throughout this video, but we'll see as we come on to the other ones that we were having a little look at. If you are new to this merge shop series, long story short, we're going through practically every single merge shop in the game over the period of the next few weeks / coming months, just so if there's ones you've missed, you can see what items there are, and you never know, you may end up feeling like, oh actually that's something I quite want to get and feel like farming for. So do make sure if you're not already you're subscribed, because you'll want to get them notifications for when these come out, so you've got some fresh grinding to go and do, because we love grinding in Avenge Quest. And join Necropolis, you can speak to Vale. This one is obviously a member only shop, but it's one of those things that you may just have glanced past when you've been on the farm for SDKA. As you can see, quite a lot of necrotic gear in here, but it will require some various auras and spirit orbs, etc. But the requirements shouldn't be too bad, especially if you've already got SDK, because you'll have lots of the old quests unlocked and you can go through and try and get some of these items. I do actually really like them, and you have got some of the variants of Daimyo if you have him handy as well. Next up, join Airstorm. Now, this isn't actually here for this house shop, but I'm showing you it anyway. We're actually here because you have the Doom merge here for some random reasons. This is exactly the same as the Wheel of Doom one you get from Join Doom. I'm not going to go through all these items. If you want to have a look at this shop, make sure you do, but we've got to include it because it exists. Next up, join Dragontown. Again, free player shop here, but we have got a couple ones to look at in this area. You do get a 15% dragon boost on the weapons, so definitely worth looking at if you did fancy it, particularly if you're lower leveled, which kind of ties in to the video we made the other day on the damage boosters. The Defender War Chest actually has some really nice armors in it. I do really quite like the Draco Lich gear. That may just be a me thing, but you've got some other variants of it as well within this wall shop. So if you do feel like it, come down here, check them out, maybe go farm some medals up and grab some of these. Sadly, they're not AC tagged. That would have been really nice if they were, because I definitely would have been storing those ones away, and then a couple of pets to finish off with as well. Next up, we join phoenixrise. I always used to spell this map wrong, but I think I've actually spelt it right for once. As you can see, we've got a member armor, non-member armor, a couple of helms in here, and a couple of capes. You know, this may not be something you feel like getting, but who knows, you might want to wear a banner as a cape for a little bit. Next up, join Battleground A. This is the same shop as at Battleground B, C, D, and I think there's even an E one as well. As you can see, quite a few different weapons in here, various armors that you may feel like grabbing. From a personal point of view, not too sure if many of these ones will be going straight into my basket or not. Having said all that, there are quite a few different helms in here, so one or two may work with some sort of the sets that you're making, but I'm not too sure whether generally you'll be using many of these ones. Do quite like those cross katanas though, having said all of that. Next up, join ebilcorphq, and yet again we have got loads of AC tag gear. So this is quite simply the kind of map you could come along to, grind out for absolutely ages, and just store it all away for a rainy day, just in case you ever fancy a bit of dress up. Quite a lot of member only items in here though, but having said that, you've still got plenty of free ones to keep you busy as well. Next up, join Ecto Cave, and yes, it's lots of slime items. We love slime. You even have the slime dragon rogue armor, some slime helm, so it's actually a set you could build up with the famous slime stick from the OG days. So who knows, maybe someone's to come up with a set looking something like that. Next up, we are over at Elfhame. Yet again, we've got some quirky little items in here. You have some really weirdly animated weapons in here, so I'll give them 10 out of 10 on the quirk scale for this shop. So who knows, maybe you want to go along, grab some of the bits in here, and maybe wear them around and just confuse people. And finally, we are at Join Eridani, and just in case you have forgotten all about this shop, you have got quite a lot of very nice weapons in here, and of course a few other bits as well. Anyway folks, thank you all very much for watching. Please do leave this video a like, and of course subscribe, and I'll be back very soon for more AQW content, as well as everything else we're doing on the channel. Until then, have a lovely day.